Hello guys, welcome back. Hello guys, welcome to my channel, The Psychological Talks by Akansha Dubey. I am back with another video. So with this, let's start the today's topic. So आज का topic है what are the schools of psychology? So firstly, when psychology was emerged, science as philosophy and biology, the debate over between how to describe human mind and behavior begins. There are different schools of psychology like structuralism, functionalism, behaviorism, psychoanalysis, humanistic and gestalt psychology. Structuralism traced back to the William Wundt, the father of structuralism, who believes that mind could be studied effectively by studying the conscious thought of a person. However, structuralism in modern days seems like an archaic idea based upon the primitive thought process of a person. But in today's world, still it is a experimental psychology. Focuses on breaking down mental processes. Researchers of structuralism try to understand and figure it out, the element of consciousness, through the method called introspection, which means observation of one's mental state. On the other hand, functionalism, which states that human mind is like a software which works on a hardware of the brain. Basically, it focuses on adaptations to the environments. जब यही behavior को हम बार बार दोहराते हैं तो यही हमारी आदत बन जाता है, which provides stability and predictability. For example, you can see a bicycle, but इस साइकिल को हम सिर्फ vehicle या type of transportation नहीं कहेंगे. Rather than this, we will have to take its part. Like it's a metal frame with wheels, hands and seat that supports a person. On the other hand, functionalism emphasizes that the whole is greater than the sum of its part. A bicycle's function is the key to its understanding. Its function is for transportation, for humans' enjoyment, pleasure, or for many other works. Okay. Now the term comes behaviorism. Behaviorism is also one of the school of psychology founded by John B. Watson, and he believes that behavior can be measured, trained and changed. It is also a theory of learning which is based upon the idea of behaviors, which means, for example, दो बच्चे हैं जो अभी पैदा हुए हैं और इनका दिमाग खाली है, like an empty vessel. During in past 17th century, there was one of the philosopher named John Locke, and he bring out the concept of tabula rasa, which means empty vessel, empty slate और empty brain. तो उनका मानना ये था, उनका भी यही मानना था कि human brains are empty. एक इंसान का दिमाग खाली होता है और बचपन से हम उसके दिमाग में जो भर देते हैं, जो डाल देते हैं, वो उसके दिमाग में रहता है. जैसे कि मैंने आपको जो एग्जांपल दिया था, दो अभी पैदा हुए बच्चे, तो मैं उनमें से एक को सिखाऊंगी कि तुम्हें चोर बनना है, टेररिस्ट बनना है, सारी गंदी बातें अगर मैं उसको सिखा दूंगी तो बचपन से ही तो उसके दिमाग में वही रहेगा और वो वही सीख के बड़ा होगा और वो वही बनेगा. दूसरी तरफ दूसरे बच्चे को मैंने सिखाया, यू हैव टू बी अ गुड पर्सन इन फ्यूचर, यू हैव टू do something good, a businessman, or you have to do a good job, तो वो वही सीख के बड़ा होगा, the good habits. So that's what I'm telling, that how it actually forms, like how a behavior is actually forms. Behavior tend to seems that these habit could be changed, but we have to change it forcefully by punishments or rewards. And third thing, इंसान हो या जानवर, दोनों के सीखने का तरीका एक ही होता है और वो सब सीखने से उनके बिहेवियर में बदलाव आता है. सो दैट्स हाउ इट प्रोसेसेस. पहला, एम्प्टी ब्रेन, एक इंसान का दिमाग खाली होता है. दूसरा, हम उसको चीजें सिखाते हैं फोर्सफुली. तीसरा, इंसान हो या जानवर, उनके सीखने का तरीका हमेशा एक ही होता है. एंड द फोर्थ एंड द लास्ट वन इज चेंज इन बिहेवियर. Now we come to psychoanalysis. So psychoanalysis is a therapy of psychology which is used to cure a mental disorder of a human beings. So for this we need to understand that human personality are divided into two categories, conscious and subconscious. No, conscious and unconscious. To make it more interesting, psychoanalysis propose that human mind is comprised of three different parts: id, ego and superego. The id includes all your desires, like your desire for eating, for sex, aggression, traveling, shiny things, or many more. It is like it has no morality. It just knows what it really wants, like badly. The superego, on the other hand, is your internal superhero, or your inner Captain America, who tells you what is right and what is wrong based on what you have learned to be socially acceptable. It always follows the rules. And the ego is like judge. It hears both the sides and make decisions of the information which makes sense and how you should behave. So the psychoanalysis says that the conflicts between desire of wanting something and the social order result in development of defense. Defense mechanism to keep the id, and those defense mechanisms keep us safe from the guilt and anxiety. This is the theory which gives for mental illness when the unconscious conflicts became too intense and defense mechanism are too restrictive. The individual begins to show mental health symptoms. Humanistic psychology shows that it has innate self-actualization tendency. We humans also have innate drive to fulfill this potential. In this point, humans stresses the importance of human values and dignity. It shows that a person can solve their own problems by their own experience or by their own reasons rather than looking for religious traditionals. Humanism main focus is to helping other peoples for achieving their goals, their personal growth, well-being, and make the world a better place. Now we will come to Gestalt psychology. So Gestalt psychology main goal is to understand things as whole. They believes that human minds and behavior could be studied as whole. When trying to make the sense world around us all together, the whole is greater than the sum of its part. So to understand Gestalt psychology, you need to understand some of the concepts like what is perception. So perception in simple words we say is the process of taking in, picking, organizing and understanding sensory information. It includes collecting data from sense organs and interpretation in the brain. For example, look at this image. What do you see? Just pause the video and look this image for a while. Now tell me what you can see. Two persons are hugging each other, two hands are there, one devil face, and you can see two persons are kissing. So guys, that's what I'm saying. When two peoples are seeing one object, they are perceiving different interpretations.